Hello. Very sweet. Good morning everyone. Welcome to Istanbul, also called Constantinople. I'm just here outside the Hagia Sophia, and I'm going on a short historical walkulus tour or walk. So I'll let you know how it goes. In the distance you see the Blue Mosque, and alhamdulillah, praise be to God, they have put the Palestine flag as well as the Turkey flag. Here's the entrance to the Hagia Sophia, or one of them at least. See, there's quite a lot of construction works going on. Bread. This city has always been about its location, controlling the Bosphorus, meaning it's controlling the trade between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean, and obviously between the East and the West. And in 330 AD, Emperor Constantine made it the capital of the Roman Empire, calling it Constantinople, and from then on it became the beating heart of Europe for over 1600 years. When the Ottomans captured it in 1453, it became a global hub for trade, politics, culture, science, linking Europe, Asia, and Africa. Today, Istanbul still is the city of crossroads, where history meets innovation, and ancient streets lead to modern skyscrapers. I bet you didn't know that Istanbul was once the focus of a very famous Islamic prophecy made over 800 years ago before it was conquered. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ once said, "You will conquer Constantinople, its commander is the best and his army is the best." In 1453, a 21-year-old Ottoman Sultan named Mehmed II fulfilled that prophecy. With strategy, faith and courage, he led his army to victory, earning his name Mehmed the Conqueror. He didn't destroy the city, he protected it, he rebuilt it and made it the heart of a new empire, the Istanbul we know today. And this story reminds us that with faith, wisdom, determination, even what seems impossible can be achieved. There we are, just at the rear of Topkapi Palace. Those are very beautifully designed walls. And this floor isn't the best for walking. Never seen like this. Looks like it's just thrown together, using whatever rock they could find. Is it Roman? No. It's probably built by one of ours, but it'll get me to the top. So behind me is the column, and this is said to be back from the Roman times, standing at nearly 19 meters tall. And what's famous about this one is this was meant to be topped right at the top there with the actually a head of the sculpture of Tyche, the Greek goddess of the Greek goddess of fortune and luck. But due to the fact that it was obviously a pagan goddess, when Christianity officially came to Constantinople, they said that it doesn't agree with our culture, so they knocked it off. Oh yeah. Talk about rewriting history. Taking the jumper off because unfortunately my father said, "Oh, you're going to be cold." And I got out here and I'm boiling. Maybe because I'm a bit unfit, but maybe just because it's just a beautiful day here in Turkey, in Istanbul. And I'm just approaching the Bosphorus, the famous Bosphorus, the divide between East and West, the divide between Europe and Asia. Let's have a look. Here we are approaching the Bosphorus. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the statue just behind me. Who was he? He was a soldier at first. He was a young commander who made his mark at Gallipoli during World War I, defending the land with incredible courage. But after the war, the Ottoman Empire fell apart. Turkey was occupied and broken. But Atatürk stepped up, he brought the people together, led the War of Independence. Out of that came the Republic of Turkey in 1923. He pushed for a lot of change: modern schools, new alphabet, women's rights. He wanted Turkey to stand strong and independent in the modern world. Some of his reforms moved religion out of government, but Islam never really left the hearts of the people. It stayed part of who the Turks are. And today we see that. Atatürk's story isn't just about the power or the politics or the religion. It's about rebuilding a nation with faith, pride, and a hope for the future. Welcome to Istanbul. We have a couple of quite large cruise ships just anchored in the Taksim area. Easy to see because just on the left we have the Galata Tower, I believe, which we'll head to at some point as well. Here we have a mural, by the looks of it, with the shape of the head of Kemal Mustafa Atatürk and some writing. Obviously at the bottom we've got here 1923 to 2023, obviously recognising 100 years since the creation of the Republic of Turkey, now called Turkey. And over here that says peace in the world. This talks about, I need to look up a bit more. Obviously it looks like the old Ottoman Empire or some sort of workforce, but very nice mural indeed. 100 years since the creation of the Republic of Turkey. And just look at that flag fly. Beautiful. I've got a comment on my choice of footwear. So this is the same footwear that I climbed the Mount of Gibraltar in a number of years ago. Obviously a newer pair because I wear them down so fast with the amount of walking. But yeah, I wouldn't call it a smart choice, but I'd call it a fashionable choice. So I'll show you them now. Look at them. Oh yeah. Those are the choice of champions. Eat your Weetabix. No, I like to dress smart. Wow, this is amazing. Now, I've just walked 1.5 kilometers from my hotel back to the place where I got off the ferry yesterday, which is just up ahead. And I'm walking across the bridge to Galata Tower, which is just over there. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. Oh, I love to walk. It's a lovely morning. Yesterday was absolutely pissing down with rain, and I forgot that I was an Englishman or a British person, and I did forget my brolly. But I don't need a brolly today, or at least not till around 2 o'clock when it's meant to rain again. Seems fishing is a very popular pastime here in Istanbul, with most of the coastline, and of course Galata Bridge, where we are now, full of fishermen. If you find 1 or 2 spots, you may be lucky. And it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Maybe then That's where the fish like to have their breakfast as well. Here we are, Galata Bridge. Or Galata, Gelato, Gelato. Is it ice cream or is it a place? But I'm just walking here. Here's all fellow people doing their fishing. Lovely. See, some people like to sleep in the morning, have a big breakfast, wait in a queue all day, pay $50, 50 euros to go and visit a museum. I'd rather get out early, do stuff for free, sleep in the snow, whatever. You know what I find quite interesting? For the 3 days I've been here, not a single person has hassled me about a restaurant, about a good or an item. And people have actually come up to me saying, you know, tell me the direction to this place, or do you know here, do you know there? I don't know, do I look like a Turk? Do I look like a native? Because even in the museums, people automatically like to speak Turkish to me. And I know, you know, maybe it's me. Maybe I fit in quite a few different places. But yeah, not a single person has hassled me. I'm walking across, they look at tourists, and then they come back to me and then just walk on. That's a good thing. I don't like being hassled. That's one of the things I hated about Egypt, about Jordan. Just constantly hassled every day. Buy this, be this, eat here, do that. It's quite nice. Taking a bit of a detour. Main road's just behind me, but I thought let's take the steep route, see where it goes. Apparently there's some quite famous stairs here. Gone into the back end of town. Hopefully this isn't where I get mugged. Oh, sorry, attempted muggery, because I can take on 6, maybe 7. I didn't say if they were adults or anything, but I can take on 6 or 7. And now here come the stairs. I'll see you at the top. I guess this is why everyone wanted to come this way. That's really steep. But here we are. Look at that. Galata Tower. We got there. Well, there we are, guys. This is the Galata Tower, one of the most famous landmarks in Istanbul. It's ancient, it's beautiful, and it costs 35 euros to go up. Not for me. 35 euros, I expect tea with the Sultan, maybe a pigeon guided tour at the top. Instead, I'm going to do the budget traveller version, experiencing it from down here for free. Still looks great from this angle. Right? I think it does. And that's the Galata Tower done. No elevator needed, no steps. There we are. Just reached the Bosphorus after climbing that Galata Tower, or not climbing it in this case. And I'm on the next bridge. This is one of the other bridges. There's 2 bridges here. One which has trains on it and I think some pedestrians as well. And the other one which looks like foot traffic as well as vehicles. But I think I'm going to take the first one, save myself a little bit of a walk. That's my final destination over there, the Soleimani Mosque. But in the meantime, I'm looking at 2 things. Number 1, some cats resting in the sun. And number 2, some people taking marriage photos. Loads of things are happening at once here in Istanbul. Well, just going up to the bridge, and there's the stairs. I took a bit of a cheat because it's a station. They have escalators. Look at that. Yeah. Anywhere you'll go, you will find a mosque. Right, so guys, as you know, I'm here in Istanbul, once the heart of the mighty Ottoman Empire, and some people reckon that the British were this close to running the place back in the day. We had our diplomats, our ships, our tea. Basically half our empire, our shopping list was made here in Istanbul. But not purely because I found an old British coin in my pocket. Don't worry about that though, I'm not invading, I'm here just visiting as a tourist and maybe a little bit of business later. The only thing I'm claiming back now is a lovely cup of Turkish herbal tea and maybe some baklava. So history lesson done. No empire, just lovely vibes. Here we are at Süleymaniye Mosque. Very nicely built indeed. Here we are, guys. Made it to the top of the hill. Let's now make our way inside and see this beautiful architecture. People are lining up to take a photo in the doorway, so I think I'll go straight through. It looks very similar to the Blue Mosque. Yeah? Wow, that's incredible. Very incredible. Oh, I've got a bit of sweat on my brow. Just look at the arches above me. See what they look like. They look like, well, very similar to the arches of the Mosque of Cordoba or Mezquita de Cordoba or something like that. But wow, what amazing architecture again. Glazed windows, very beautiful. Concludes Süleymaniye Mosque. This was actually built in 1557. It only took 2 years, I believe. Look at that view. People were a lot more efficient back then. If something didn't take a few people to die, then it wasn't magnificent. But this was built in tribute of one of the sultans, and no doubt played a large role in the build-up of the Ottoman Empire, or should we say the downfall of the Ottoman Empire, because unfortunately, yes, still 100 years till it ended, but the Ottoman Empire was not invincible. Something was missing, maybe external powers, maybe internal failures, but fortunately it ended quite abruptly. So maybe those times will come back again. We can only pray. To gate number 7, Bayezid Kapisi. There we are. Cool. And we've worked our way around the Grand Bazaar. Now it's time to enter the Old Bazaar, the antique market. The one that's been here for quite a while. Wow. I've been round and round this place, and it's just full of tats. Oh shit, no one wants. Otherwise it wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun.
Quite like that thing there. Little globe. So, just an update. I left the bazaar and didn't buy anything. I had a look at a couple of fezzes. All I saw was just tat everywhere. Just stuff I don't need, it's not going to be useful, overpriced. I know you have to haggle for some stuff, but I don't even have people to give stuff to. So I came up with nothing. I'm going to go and enjoy a kebab, or kebab, I don't know how they say it.